Hey guys, what is up? Zero here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Love and Literature. So in the last episode, we were taught I think we didn't choose Natsuki over Sayori. That was the episode before that. Last episode, we met we met MC's parents, and that was nice. We actually got to see his parents, and we ate breakfast with them. And we got permission to let Natsuki come over to our house on Sunday, and our parents aren't going to be home for over the weekend. Ooh, you know what that means. And and we get the freedom to have sex with her.
Didn't your dad tell you to not fuck around?
You know what? Who listens to them? Parents. They're just there to not listen to them.
I feel like MC would be very hesitant to do anything like that.
Of course he is. Our MC freaks out when the book is broken. When a book is torn, he's like, "Oh no, a book is torn. She's gonna be sad."
Everyone's gonna hate me. Everyone's gonna hate me because the book has a dent in it. Oh.
Oh no. So yeah, I doubt he's gonna do that, but and also Sayori left because she isn't feeling the happiest. But our MC's trying to get to the bottom of that, and he said we texted her saying that we're gonna talk to her. We're gonna watch a movie after school. So let's see how that works. Especially considering it says chapter 8 is happy thoughts. This is probably gonna be a very Sayori focused chapter. So let's get ready to dive into some depression. Those are words.
That's base 64.
Yeah, I know it is. Oh, woo. Oh, it's this song again. Yeah!
Oh, it's the good song.
The sun glistened through the branches and crisscross patterns on the dew-dripped grass. A cool breeze blew in my face, green leaves swirling around me. I stopped for a moment, taking in the peaceful setting. The park was pretty big for our small town, a few acres or something. I could hear the sounds of people laughing, dogs barking, and just up ahead, the soft gurgling of a stream, muffled through tree trunks. Sayori, my best friend, was wearing a frilly yellow summer dress and a small red flower band in her hair, and tugged at my sleeve. What the hell? I don't like this.
It's just pictures, I think.
Yeah, it is. And that's why I'm like, I don't like that.
When the style doesn't match.
Yeah, I'm like, at first I was like, something is off, and I'm like, is that just a PNG? And it is just a PNG.
If it was drawn, it'd look better. Also, if the rose was smaller. Roses aren't that big.
Jesus Christ. It's just a PNG on
Looks like a hat.
It is a hat.
Come on, Zero, this way!
Her bright voice is almost pleading. They were watching a movie. What's happening?
Isn't this not enough, like, flashbacks?
This is probably a dream, maybe?
Or that.
I was carrying her polka dot backpack, back to the brim with various food and stuff we planned out together. I rolled my eyes. Okay. I replied, trying to trip over my feet. Sarah gave me a wide smile and started to pick up her pace, myself bumbling along. In a few moments, she stopped. She seemed to glance around, uncertain of where she was. For a moment, I thought I had to call Mom for help to get us out of here. She parted away a branch and motioned for me to walk ahead. I gasped. Oh, wow. The clearing was small, but the perfect size for a picnic mat. The sunlight shone down on one huge ray on a perfect match of grass. It was not too close to the river, to where we might fall in, but just close enough to where we could smell the rich, sweet water gushing. It was majestic. Sayori said nothing and took her bag and placed it on the grass. She zipped it open and pulled out a neatly folded pink blanket that went as she set it down. She took a few rocks and put them in the corners. I kneeled down next to her, pulling out her meals. In a few minutes, we had everything laid out before us. Drinks, food, cookies, napkins, and a few books to read together. Is this real? I thought this seems like a dream, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. This is very random. There was base 64 in the beginning, so I think it's like flashback or something.
It's either that or it's a dream. Yeah, the base 64, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I think it's something that, like, isn't happening in the present day, so it's something definitely strange.
Yeah, it's something that isn't a part of the... This is like... What happened last time, it doesn't connect with this.
This chapter's called Happy Thoughts. This could be Sayori's dream.
Maybe.
This is maybe one of her happy thoughts.
Or like her daydream, like she's thinking about this.
Yeah, Sayori's daydream. This is one of her happy thoughts. It keeps her happy. We ate first, in relative silence, both of us enjoying the sun and the breezes. It had to be one of the best days of the spring. Zero? Sayori looked at me. I glanced up from my book, a bit surprised. Yeah? Take a sip from my soda bottle. I blinked. Oh, it was a weird dream. Okay, nobody move. There's a murderer in that window. He's watching us.
Sorry, I was just thinking about Sayori for a second. I mean...
No, I'm referring to the lamp in the window. He's just standing there, menacingly.
What does he want?
It's just so weird, so creepy. It's the lamp. He wants us dead.
You know we're tired when we're laughing at a lamp in the window.
It's so scary. I don't know why. It's scary. It's like funny. It looks like he's just why is it funny? I don't know.
It's like he'll hold up his stick man arm with a knife in it.
Guys, there's someone in the window. He's gonna get us.
Go very slowly. His eyes are on the side of his head. He won't see you.
You're right. He's a fish, apparently.
He's a dinosaur.
Oh, forgot those had eyes on the sides of their head.
Yeah. There's a lot of animals that have eyes on the sides of their head, like deer.
Okay, well, let's derive from that. Let's drive. I can't speak. Let's leave that conversation and go back into the story.
Okay.
I blinked. I was back in the present, standing outside the front door of Sayori's house. Okay, so it wasn't Sayori's dream, it was our dream.
Sayori, there's a lamp in your house.
Yeah,
Sorry to tell you
Sayori,
this.
get this creepy lamp. In my hand, I was gripping a plastic bag filled with some candies and chocolates, plus a bottle of juice. I looked around, trying to regain my bearings. That memory was almost 10 years old, so it was a memory. Okay. Well, how come they didn't look any younger? They probably were, in the fanfic, they're probably supposed to be, like, young. Because if she had, like, what, like a flower in her hair and, like, a yellow sundress.
She was probably supposed to be, like, 8 years old because like, she had the dress.
Yeah. But the modder didn't really have anything to go with, so he just kind of made Sayori wear a dress. It's like,
Yeah.
Where did the time go? What happened? We still loved to hang out after that, always bugging our parents to let us go to each other's houses and to order us pizza and rent us a cool movie to watch. Snuggled up under the cover of a dozen or more blankets in mine or her room. Propped up against the wall in our bed with all our snacks and goodies spread out before us, the window blinds drawn and the lights off, only the glare of the television lighting the room. For those serene years, I didn't have a real care in the world. I had my basic schoolwork, I had my chores, and I had the basic chores of childhood, like there not being enough milk for a bowl of cereal. But back then, I always felt Sayori would be there with me through it all, through our high school years and beyond. Things would never change. Things did change after a while. You laugh at that.
It's just another example of he's just standing there.
Oh, and just talking. He monologues all the time.
He's like, I found myself just standing outside of Sayori's house. So are you gonna do something about it?
He monologues. So, like, I honestly don't think this one is as long as the one where he was outside the clubroom door. That one, he was just talking anything he wanted to talk about at that point. And I was just like, what are you doing?
He gave the girls enough time for them all to probably look in the window and just see him standing there.
Because he was just, like, going over things that were happening in the clubroom. Then he was just talking about, I think, Sayori or Natsuki or someone. And I'm just like, can you walk in there,
like,
please?
Go in the clubroom.
Stop padding for time.
Go inside Sayori's house. Just stop standing up there. She's gonna think you're a creep. The lamp will even be scared of you.
The lamp slowly just moves to the left. Away from the window.
It just moves off screen.
Out of view. Just. I don't really want to be seen. I don't really want to be looking at that guy right now. Man's crazy. When we started our first year of high school, Sayori started waking up later and later in the mornings. I'd wait outside her house for a couple of minutes, and she'd text me something like, "I'll be down in a few minutes." It'd return to 10 minutes, and then she'd text, "Go ahead, I'm in the shower." Or something like that. Once I went a whole week without seeing her in the mornings. I'd usually walk with her back home from school and try questioning her on why she was so late. She'd just blow it off, or make a joke of it. After a while, I stopped waiting for her. I had to get to school. Prior to her starting to walk with me to school again, we last texted maybe 3 weeks ago, and saw each other in the hallway a week before. When I saw her, she seemed as normal as a student could be. She smiled, said hi, and kept on with her business. A part of me felt wounded. I was glad she was doing okay. That was the gist I got, at least. But a part of me wanted to keep talking to her. To re-spark that flame we had. To just start going out together and eating together and back to being the best of friends. Despite my initial pushback, I was secretly happy that Sayori made me join the literature club. I was talking to her more on a daily basis than I had in the past month. And now, we were going to hang out again, like old times, like we used to. But still, I felt as something lingered. Something warped. I knocked on the door. Finally!
Finally! Both of us.
I waited a few moments. In the peephole, I could see a fragment of light show before being sealed back up. A cover opening, for I heard a jangle of locks open up. The door opened. There she was, wearing a light pink shirt, jean shorts, and her long white uniform socks. Coral pink hair slightly ruffled, her signature red bow tilted to the side. Sayori. She gave me a light smile. Hi. I returned the smile. Hey. I lifted my bag up. I brought a little something. Just some chocolates and a drink. It's all I had in the fridge that I knew you'd like. Sayori blushed. You know me too well, Zero. We stood in silence for a moment. A car buzzed by. May I come in? Hey, wait, where'd that lamp go?
This is familiar. What's this from?
It's the rain clouds background. Well, the background used in rain clouds. Let me not say that it was the rain clouds background.
It was, yeah.
Pretty sure that was during the whole rain clouds art theft fiasco. So,
Oh, yeah.
let's just say this was a background that was used in rain clouds. I don't know if it was changed later on, but yes, I don't know if like they had the rights or anything. I haven't replayed rain clouds because I don't want to play rain clouds again. But yeah, it's
Everyone is gonna be like, Zero!
No! But yeah, this was replayed in rain clouds. This was used in rain clouds. It's probably where people know it from. This was replayed. I'm tired.
Play rain clouds.
No!
Play new ones.
I removed my shoes and set them on the mat by the door. She lingered close by, waiting for me. Upstairs, I could hear a video playing. My, parents left early to go out to eat, so we have the whole house to ourselves. I followed her upstairs. Sayori had already made a spread of blankets at the foot of her bed, bordered by her tall clothes closet. Most of the pillows and blankets are stripped from her bed and arranged onto the spread, pushed up against the closet. Sitting on her desk was a box of pizza, the cover opened and a slice missing. You already ordered food? I placed my bag down next to the pizza. You should have waited for me to get here, you know. I would have gladly paid for it. She nods. Well, it's a little late for that now, huh? Damn it, Sayori, I wanted pizza. We're watching Godzilla! I glanced up at the wide television set up against the wall on a short, long table. I recognized the DVD menu as Godzilla Resurgence, the latest entry in the series written by the famed Hideki Anno, famous for creating the Neon Genesis Evangelion series. Oh, they created Evangelion.
I don't know any of what those words said.
It's a very popular anime with a very catchy opening.
Oh.
The series I always slacked on sitting down and watching, despite the insistence of my friends as being god tier. Now, see? I agree with him. I have also slacked on sitting down and watching Evangelion, despite people saying how good it is.
Do you know what it's about?
It's really old, and I think it's about mechs. There's mechs. That's all I know. Not that saying that I wouldn't like it. I mean, I've watched Code Geass, and that has mechs. It's just... I don't know. It was never really one of those animes I put on my list to watch.
Mhm.
The menu showed Godzilla, looking more sinister as he's ever been, against a blood-red backdrop. A classical 1954 theme played softly. Oh, Godzilla, huh? I haven't seen this one yet. Take a spot down in her spread, leaving enough room for her to get cozy. She nods again. Yeah, my parents got it for me. I hadn't opened it yet and thought, well, now's a better time than ever to watch it. I heard it's really good. Sarah joined me on the spread, folding the fuzzy blankets over her. She grabbed the juice bottle I brought and snatched a cup, pouring herself a drink. She quickly capped it back up and took a sip. She smiled. My favorite. Thank you, Zero. I returned the smile. I never forget. Ready? Hold up the remote. She nodded. I pressed play. Movie. Oh, is that the movie still? Godzilla! Ah! The movie started. It was a pretty interesting movie, dripping with lots of political analogies and stuff like that. Certainly not what I was expecting when I hear the term monster movie, but a great film nonetheless. As I watched the movie, I snuck glances over at Sayori, usually busy watching the movie or stuffing her face with some of the snacks spread out. In my head, Natsuki's words echoed. Try and ask her questions about what's going on with her life and see how she feels. And if it doesn't work, just flat out say what you think is going on. Some time passed. The movie seemed to pick up a bit in tone, slowly introducing the main characters with the first iteration of Hideki Anno's Godzilla being revealed. I felt slight chills as I noticed how close it was in the tone to the reaction to the Fukushima nuclear plant disaster all those years back. How panicked my parents were when it happened, talking in hushed tones about it, talking about it at school with Sayori. Godzilla itself was an interesting take on the titular monster, but a solid and bold one. I liked it better than the one that came out in the United States a few years back. I glanced up at Sayori. Through the darkness, I could see teardrops trickle down Sayori's cheek, glinting in the glow of the television. I grabbed the remote and paused the movie. I looked at her. Sayori, are you okay? Oh! Oh no! She's sad! Mr. Cow, what are you doing?
So that's why she said, because Mr. Cow is looking all creepy. She's like, oh, I can.
No, he's good man.
Is he? Also, Mr. Cow's a girl because it's a cow.
Fuck, Mrs. Cow. She looked up at me, surprised. She gingerly touched the tears with her finger and laughed weakly. Oh, it's just the movie. It's, really good. A piece of chocolate. Sayori, what's wrong? She's still holding her chocolate piece. I was looking at her directly. I'm serious. I'm worried about you. She paused. What do you mean, Zero? I glanced away, sighing. Sayori, I've known you since we could talk. You know you can tell me anything. Anything. That's what best friends are for. Please, tell me what's been going on with you. She looked away, hiding her eyes. I can't. Sayori, please. I'm almost pleading. She looks away, not wanting to look at me directly. I clutched her hand. Sayori, whatever it is, whatever happened, nothing will change between us. I promise. You don't have to be afraid to tell me. She was silent for a moment. tears building up in her eyes. She gently wiped them away with her finger. She laughs weakly.
That's what's wrong, Zero. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this.
She plays with a piece of chocolate in her hands, turning it over. What are you talking about? She was silent for a moment.
Zero,
She painfully sucks in air through her teeth as if she's been cut by a dagger.
I've had really bad depression for a while now. For at least 5-10 years. Since we were kids. Since we were high schoolers. Since now.
I'm speechless. Sayori, She cuts me off.
Why do you think I was always late into school in the mornings? Why I always kept you waiting outside? Why I always looked for a reason to get out of you inviting me to go with you places?
Tears roll down her cheek.
What's the point in even trying? What's the point of eating, of having friends, of going to school? What's the point of doing anything when you know how worthless you are?
Her voice cracks at that last sentence, tears tangling her voice.
Why punish you with having to put up with me all the time? To drag me along, to try to make me happy? It's pointless. It does nothing.
I can't speak. My voice is locked in my throat, begging to be released. The TV turns off, cloaking us in near complete darkness. I get up and walk to the door, flicking on the light. I walk back to Sayori and sit on the bed. I reach down and put my hand on her shoulder, and she looks up at me. Sit with me. She slowly gets up and joins me. I embrace her in a tight hug, arms wrapped around her. She squeaks in surprise, not sharing the hug. I can feel a teardrop drip into my shoulder.
Zero, please.
Sayori. I hold her closer. I can feel warmth radiating on me. The smell of her hair conditioner wafting into my nose. I force the tears in my eyes from escaping. Do you remember that time we went camping with our parents? Maybe 5 years back? It was during the summer. We saved up our money for months and begged our parents every day to take us. We looked over that crappy brochure for months. Remember? She's silent for a moment. She sniffled.
Yeah?
Do you remember when you wanted to go out exploring at night? After our parents fell asleep? Even though I told you it was a bad idea, and you'd probably get lost?
Yeah?
And you ended up going off the trail and getting us lost? Then our flashlight was about to die because you forgot to change the batteries? You started crying. I got scared because I thought you were going to attract a bear or something. She laughed despite herself.
Yeah, I thought you would be so mad.
Do you remember what I said to you? She's silent again. I said, I'm always going to be there to help you, no matter what. It doesn't matter how big the problem or how big the foe. I was always going to be by your side, no matter what. And I would get you out of this. She sniffled again, wiping her nose with her sleeve.
Zero.
Sayori, I can't possibly understand what it must be like to suffer through that. Having to deal with the thoughts that you're worthless, that nobody cares for you, that the world is better off without you. I need you to know that those thoughts couldn't be further from the truth. Sayori, your parents are here for you. Natsuki is here for you. Yuri is here for you. Monica is here for you. I'm here for you. You don't have to fight this alone. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to keep this a secret. I released the hug and stared into her glassy blue eyes. You're not alone. She stares at me for a moment, then her face turns into a frown. The tears stream down her cheeks, and she buries her face into my shirt. Ugly sobs emit from her, and I feel a wet spot growing on my shirt from her tears. I gently hold her against me, rubbing my hand down her hair, trying to soothe her. I hold her for a few minutes. The entire world outside seemed to just fall apart. It was just me and Sayori, together, on that bed, in that room, separated from reality. Eventually, she looks back up at me. I try to dry her tears as best as I can with my sleeve. Sayori, think we should tell the club about this. At this, she shakes her head no. The tears threaten to come back.
Zero, I can't.
Sayori.
Please, Zero. At least not yet. I need time to be comfortable to tell them about all this.
Sayori, they'll understand.
I know, but I'll start to have to tell you the stuff you know now. I don't think I can handle having to deal with the three of them finding out after I've kept it hidden from them as well for as long as I know them. Just wait till after the festival. Let everyone have fun for the night, and then I'll tell them at the next club meeting. You can help me too, to tell them. Just not right now, please.
I'm silent, mulling over her words. It's ridiculous. How would they respond in any other way than sympathetic and supportive? Yuri, Natsuki, and Monica wouldn't dare dream to view Sayori differently if she told them she had depression. They aren't those kinds of people. But I understand why Sayori wants to wait. It was hard enough for her to just tell me alone about all this, after keeping it hidden for so long. I can give her time, but I'll still remind her about it. And when the club does find out, I'll be there to help her. Okay, I understand. But I'm going to hold you to this. You aren't going to do this alone. I will be there with you. She snuffles again, getting a napkin to blow her nose. She tosses in a waistband.
I know.
She gets off the bed and sits down on the spread, getting cozy under the massive blankets. She makes a motion for me to join her. I get up and go under with her. I grab the remote.
Zero?
Yes. She gives me another hug. A long one. We sit there, embraced in each other's arms. She slowly releases me.
Thank you.
Snuggled up, I continued the movie. Well, geez. Gotta drink water for that one. Now, see, that scene just pissed me off. For one
Why?
reason. That's how you fucking do a sad scene. That just makes the scene in the beginning where they didn't change the music for when Natsuki hurt herself. This makes me hate it more.
Oh.
Cause like you knew how to make a sad scene, and then you just fucking didn't even do it for that other one. Like that was a good
Oh my
scene.
God.
That was good.
Yeah, it was.
I bet you even cried.
I didn't, though.
Oh damn. The music was pretty. The music was a banger.
I don't
though.
like Sayori that much to cry.
You cried in Salvation with Sayori.
But that's a good.
You.
Can't say anything.
Yeah, what are you gonna say, huh? You can't even say because that's a good mod because you just said that you don't cry with Sayori.
That's literally what I was just about to say, and then I was like, but that means that I'm saying this mod's bad, but that's not true. I'm not
But
saying this mod's bad.
But even then though, that still doesn't matter if it's good or bad. You just straight up said you don't cry when it comes to Sayori, but you have cried when it comes to Sayori. You cried in Salvation.
Did I say that? I don't think.
Yeah, you say you don't cry with Sayori.
I said I don't like Sayori that much.
Oh, well that doesn't mean you don't cry. Okay, but you still cried with moments with Sayori.
Yeah, but those moments are really good.
Okay, then what about you not liking her? What does that have to do with the fact of you not crying?
Because I'm not as emotionally invested.
Oh, so basically the scenes have to try harder with Sayori to make you
Yeah,
cry is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Where you're like, unlike with Monica, they can just make her die and you'll cry.
If this was Monica, if this scene was Monica, I'd be bawling right now.
Ah! I mean, obviously, you know, your boy didn't cry, but I can appreciate a sad scene. They did it very well. I liked it.
You will cry.
We'll see.
You will.
We finished the movie an hour later, and after that, mostly lazed around. Sayori and I lay down on the spread, talking and laughing and enjoying each other's company. Soon, it got late, and I started to head out. I did most of the cleaning and tidied up her room a bit. She walked me down to the door, and I hugged her again, repeating my vow to always be by her side. Reluctantly, I left. The walk home was one of the worst I've ever had. My gut felt like it weighed 100 pounds, dragging me down. I tried to listen to music to distract myself, but it failed. I shoved my headphones back in my pocket and walked, leaving me with just my thoughts. I slowly reached home. I locked the door and pushed it open, dropping my bag on the ground. The main lights were shut off, the TV unplugged. A single, dim light glowed in the kitchen from the oven. I smelled something brewing in a pot, but I barely noticed it. The silence of the house was so deafening, it hardly made any noise as I walked in. My mind swirled. The full weight of this new revelation bore down on me. All at once. Sayori. How could I have never noticed? It was so obvious. Her distant stares, her constant tardiness, her lack of self-upkeep, some of the comments she would make. She was fighting a vicious battle inside. Her whole persona was just a sham. Inside that bubbly, smiling, laughing girl was a broken, damaged person. Sayori, I'm the worst fucking friend in the world. We spent our childhoods together, and I basically abandoned her right when it was getting worse. Left her to fight this evil on her own. How could I do this? I don't deserve Sayori. She needs a real friend. Like Monica, or Natsuki, or Yuri. How could I be like this? Sayori. No. No. I can't be at fault. Can I? She kept it a secret from me. I mean, of course she would. She felt ashamed of it. Sure, I didn't pick up on the little hints, but she never told me or mentioned anything about it to me. How could I know what was wrong if she never told me? Sayori. I could have helped her. Back then. I could have done everything in my power to keep her happy. I would have waited hours for her in the morning if it meant she got 10 minutes of happiness. I would do everything for her. She, of all people I've ever met, deserves happiness. Sayori, what am I saying? I can help her. I'm going to help her. I know better now. She told me. I'm here. The literature club is here. We're all here. I can help her. We can help her. We can get through this together. I have to be there for her. Now, more than ever. And I slowly walked into my room, dead silence filling my ears. I started to slowly unbutton my shirt, dropped it nonchalantly on the ground, and sat down in my chair. I set my phone down and put my face in my hands, elbows resting on my desk. I felt the first teardrop drip into my palms. Ohio Yuri. Ooh. Okay. Not gonna lie, this was probably, in my opinion, the best chapter. Throughout this mod. And Natsuki wasn't even in it.
This is supposed to be a Natsuki related mod, and it's turning out to be, well, not turning out to be, but like, it looks like not.
No, it definitely is a Natsuki related mod. She was everywhere. Just Sayori got her own chapter for once. That's all it is. It's still very Natsuki related.
Is it?
Yes, I mean, all the past episodes have been about Natsuki.
I mean, I guess.
She's literally been everywhere. This is the only chapter where she hasn't even really been there, and she was still kind of there in a flashback.
I guess.
So this is still very Natsuki related. But it's just like that chapter was my favorite one, which is so weird considering Natsuki wasn't even in it. And it's just like, I don't know, like, it was very well done. Like, it was able to capture because I feel like it's like one of the first times as mod where I really feel like the music captured what was happening, and they did a good job with that. And I even liked that MC after, even hanging out with Sayori and stuff, he still kind of went back to learning about her depression and even calling himself out by saying, like, how could I be so fucking stupid? Like, she was, like, it was so obvious. And then I'm like, yes, this is all the things I've been saying. Well, you fucking
I'm a
idiot.
dumbass. Yes, you are.
Yeah, basically, it's like he was agreeing with me. But yeah, it was like this was a good mod. Like this was a good chapter. Like it's a good mod so far. I'll say that. Like it's an all right mod so far. But
Yeah.
but that chapter, if chapter 9 and 10 are like that chapter, then then this is good. This is very good. But yeah, that's my favorite chapter so far. But anyway, I know it's been about 36 minutes. I know it's not super long of an episode, but it's still a decent amount of time. But I am trying to keep these chapter by chapter episodes. I would only play the next chapter if the chapter was like really fucking short, if it was like 20 minutes maybe or something like that. But this is about 36, so I feel like time has been. I feel like we spent enough time here. But anyway, that is it. We've got about 2 chapters left of this mod. Chapter 9 is the second to last one. It seems like it's gonna be about Yuri. I know a lot of people are very angry about that right now, probably. That Yuri is getting her own chapter, but it seems like the other girls are starting to get some time in the limelight, so that's nice. It's nice when mods, even though they're focused around one character, they still try to show the other characters love. That was one thing I liked about Salvation, was that even though Sayori was the love interest, we still got to see, still kind of focused on the other girls as well. Same thing with Relapse, like they did the mods that I give like the most credit to are the ones that are able to shift focus and not just sit there and be like, well, this is a Natsuki mod, so everything is just gonna be Natsuki. Sayori's kind of there, but it's mostly Natsuki. Like, here's Sayori's 5-minute scene, and then here's Natsuki for the rest of the mod. Or like it shows basically like Summer Hope does a pretty good job of focusing on everybody too. Yuri's the enemy in that, but I mean, still focus on her, so there you go. But yeah. Anyway, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to play as yourself, link will be in the description down below. Anyway, yeah. This has been Zero. Peace.
I'm a sharpshooter.